What if I told you that after 70, you might actually be happier with fewer friends, or even none at all? It's not what society tells you, but there's science behind why embracing independence could be the key to a longer, healthier life. In this video, we'll reveal 6 powerful reasons why stepping back from social pressure and focusing on yourself could transform your later years. You've spent most of your life trying to meet other people's expectations, but this is the biggest reason why you don't need friends after the age of 70. You've already gone through those years of social pressure. Now, it's time to embrace something far more rewarding: the freedom to be yourself. Let me tell you about Harold, a man who found peace and happiness. For most of his life, Harold was constantly surrounded by people. He worked long hours climbing the career ladder. He wasn't just working hard, he was trying to maintain a certain image. In his mind, having lots of connections meant success. Constant invitations, handshakes, and small talk. All of it seemed important. After all, being noticed and respected in his industry meant maintaining those connections, even when they didn't really matter. But the day Harold retired, all of that disappeared. Harold panicked. Had he done something wrong? Had he really been forgotten so quickly? And then he realized this: most of those friendships weren't real. Harold realized he had spent years maintaining relationships that didn't add any real value to his life. So, he shifted his focus to himself. He took long morning walks without feeling the need to call anyone. He started woodworking, a hobby he once loved but never had time for. He began writing letters to his grandchildren. Harold felt something he hadn't experienced in years: peace. That's the key. When you stop seeking validation from others, you begin to realize how much energy you've wasted on friendships that don't bring true value to your life. If you agree with this, leave a comment below and type 4 to let me know you're here. Do you enjoy your own peace? If so, keep listening for what comes next. Waking up early, just before sunrise, and feeling the peace and quiet. That feeling becomes more valuable than ever as people grow older. Think about Margaret, now 74 years old, who has always been an extrovert. Her schedule was packed with lunches, phone calls, and group gatherings. Weekends meant dinner parties, and holidays brought countless invitations. For years, she believed that staying busy was the key to staying happy. After all, isn't that what people say? That being active and social is the best way to feel fulfilled. But then Margaret started feeling exhausted rather than energized after social events. The same conversations repeated, the same stories told over and over. Some friends called only to complain. One morning, Margaret sat at her kitchen table with a cup of coffee, looking out the window. For the first time in a long while, her phone didn't ring, and her day was wide open. She realized something. This quiet felt good, peaceful, comforting. From that day forward, Margaret decided to embrace more of that peace. She stopped saying yes to invitations she didn't enjoy. She spent time doing things that truly brought her joy: quiet morning walks, peaceful afternoons reading, and long moments simply sitting quietly in her garden. Margaret didn't feel lonely. In fact, she felt calmer and more content than she had in years. According to a study published in Psychosomatic Medicine, chronic stress can weaken the immune system and increase the risk of heart disease. Taking time to be calm, reflect, and enjoy stillness can significantly improve your overall health. You don't have to spend your time trying to keep up with others. If you've reached a stage in life where socializing feels more like an effort than a joy, that's okay. Choosing peace doesn't mean you're withdrawing from life. It means you're embracing what matters most to you. What makes you happy? Gardening and solitude, chatting with friends, playing with your dogs, or hitting the gym? Comment below with what brings you joy. If you found this helpful for yourself or a loved one, please share this video with those who need to hear it. And don't forget to hit the notification bell and subscribe to the channel. It means the world to us. And if you do this for me, I promise my team and I will do everything we can to make this program even better for you. Deal? Now, listen. The next reason will surely have you nodding in agreement. One of the hardest lessons in life is realizing that not everyone you call a friend is truly there for you. As we get older, we often realize that fewer friendships can sometimes mean fewer disappointments and more peace. For most of his life, 78-year-old William believed that friendships were a big part of his identity. He had friends from childhood, neighbors he spent weekends with, and a whole list of people he regularly called to stay in touch. Gradually, those friends began to drift away. Some stopped calling. Others seemed too busy or too distracted to keep in touch. At first, it broke his heart, but eventually he stopped holding on to friendships that weren't mutual, and that's when he felt relieved. According to a study published in the Journal of Health and Social Behavior, maintaining shallow or stressful friendships can actually have a negative impact on mental health, especially for older adults. If you've ever felt frustrated by friendships that leave you feeling drained, take a step back and focus your energy where it truly matters. When you stop feeling obligated to maintain friendships that no longer serve you, you free yourself from the disappointment of unmet expectations. Instead, you make space for things that bring you peace, fulfillment, and joy, whether that's spending time with loved ones, enjoying quiet hobbies, or simply cherishing your own company. You don't need a large circle of friends to feel connected. What you truly need are relationships that fill your heart. If you've experienced this kind of shift in your friendships, I'd love to hear your story. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Which friendships have brought you the most joy, and what have you learned about letting go? Are you someone who values your time? Stay tuned for the next important insight coming up. As you grow older, you begin to see your time as a priceless gift, a resource you cannot afford to waste. Each minute feels like a precious gold coin, limited, valuable, and best invested in what truly matters to you. Richard's story illustrates this well. At 81, Richard was always known as the social heart of his community, hosting dinner parties, attending club gatherings, and keeping up with an endless stream of phone calls. But gradually, the conversations that once energized him began to leave him feeling drained. One afternoon, at yet another gathering filled with gossip and negativity, Richard found himself staring at the clock, craving solitude more than socializing. He decided to let go of commitments made out of obligation. He chose solitude, and more importantly, meaning. Richard found joy in reading novels he had long put off, taking leisurely morning walks through the park, learning new skills he genuinely enjoyed, and embracing the peace of being alone. Dr. Laura Carstensen, director of the Stanford Center on Longevity, emphasizes that prioritizing meaningful interactions and activities directly contributes to increased happiness and healthier aging. In fact, by dedicating your time to what matters most, activities that nourish your mind, body, and soul, you're actively investing in your long-term well-being. Not only are you improving your quality of life, but you may even be adding more years to it. You deserve to spend your precious moments on experiences that fill your days with true joy and fulfillment. Whether it's quiet gardening, reconnecting with your love for painting, or simply savoring the peaceful stillness of a morning walk, you are wisely investing in your most valuable asset, your time. Remember, it's absolutely okay to say no to obligations that no longer serve your happiness and well-being. As you age, being intentional about how you spend your time isn't just a luxury. It's essential to maintaining your health and happiness. Are your current friendships and commitments truly fulfilling? If this resonates with you, please type number 6 below. Your comment helps me understand what matters most to you. Now, let's find true friendships together right now. One of the most profound lessons you can learn as you grow older is that the most important relationship you'll ever have is the one with yourself. According to Dr. Vivek Murthy, former U.S. Surgeon General, loneliness poses serious health risks equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. However, he also points out that learning to embrace solitude, enjoying quiet moments for reflection and self-care, can significantly improve emotional well-being. Solitude can reduce stress, boost creativity, and help you connect more deeply with your inner thoughts. Take Eleanor, for example. At 76, she was known for her busy social calendar. Then, one day, she decided to make a change. Eleanor chose to spend more time with herself, not to isolate, but with purpose. She took long morning walks in her favorite park, listening to the birds and savoring the quiet. She visited her favorite cafe, not to meet friends, but to enjoy a good book. Evenings that were once filled with social calls became peaceful moments, writing in her journal, reflecting, or simply embracing the silence, and Eleanor felt happier than she had in years. By nurturing her relationship with herself, she discovered a new kind of peace, one that didn't rely on others. In fact, some of the longest living people in the world, from Okinawa, Japan, to Sardinia, Italy, prioritize moments of solitude for reflection, gratitude, and mindfulness. These activities are known to enhance emotional resilience and improve overall well-being in later years. And there's one more unexpected benefit. When you embrace solitude, you naturally attract healthier, more meaningful relationships. The people who truly value your presence will gravitate toward you. True friendship doesn't always come from others. It comes from within. And once you realize that, you'll never truly feel alone again. Now, it's time to discover what you can do to achieve true fulfillment. Stay tuned for what's next. One of the most important decisions you can make in your later years is to let go. Letting go isn't about isolation. It's about creating space for fulfillment, peace, and personal growth. As we age, life naturally slows down. Energy becomes more precious, and how you choose to spend your time directly impacts your mental and physical well-being. Studies show that emotional stress, including the pressure to maintain draining social relationships, can contribute to fatigue, anxiety, and even worsen chronic conditions like heart disease and arthritis. In his late 70s, James believed that staying socially active was essential for healthy aging. He kept in touch with old friends, attended coffee meetups, made phone calls, and participated in group activities. But instead of feeling connected, he felt exhausted. Over time, James realized that these interactions felt forced. Conversations seemed repetitive. Gatherings felt predictable. And deep down, he knew he was showing up out of obligation, not joy. Eventually, he shifted his focus to activities that brought him genuine peace. Spending quiet mornings in his garden, walking along peaceful trails, and rediscovering his love for woodworking. When he did this, he felt lighter, happier, and more energized than he had in years. Letting go doesn't mean shutting yourself off from the world. Instead, it's about making space for what truly brings you peace and fulfillment. It's about spending more time outdoors, practicing mindfulness, or immersing yourself in hobbies that once brought you joy. It might mean focusing on self-care, nurturing family relationships, or embracing quiet moments of reflection. As we come to the end of this discussion, I'd like to leave you with one important reminder. The idea that you don't need friends after 70 isn't about shutting people out. It's about choosing peace over pressure. It's about giving yourself the freedom to live life on your own terms, without the weight of unnecessary obligations. For many older adults, this shift in mindset can feel both freeing and surprising. After all, society has long taught us that socializing is the key to happiness. And while meaningful relationships can certainly enrich your life, not every social tie deserves your time and energy, especially when those connections feel forced or draining. How stepping away from unfulfilling friendships can free up your time for hobbies, passions, and activities that bring you joy. How embracing solitude can foster inner peace, creativity, and self-discovery. How letting go of social obligations doesn't mean loneliness. It means creating space for what truly makes you happy. For some of you, these ideas may feel familiar. Perhaps you've already begun to step back from friendships that felt more like work than enjoyment. Maybe you've discovered the quiet joy of sipping tea in the morning, reading a good book, or simply reflecting in peaceful solitude. For others, this might be a new way of thinking, a reminder that it's perfectly okay to prioritize yourself at this stage in life. Experts confirm that making peace with solitude can dramatically improve mental well-being. According to a study published in the Journal of Aging and Health, seniors who embrace moments of quiet reflection report lower levels of anxiety and depression. Furthermore, research from Harvard Health Publishing highlights that older adults who focus on mindfulness, hobbies, and personal growth often experience greater life satisfaction than those who maintain social obligations purely out of habit. By choosing peace over pressure, you're not just improving your emotional well-being, you're actively protecting your physical health as well. What truly brings me joy at this stage of life? Am I holding on to friendships that no longer add value to my happiness? How can I spend my time in ways that nourish my mind, body, and spirit? By reflecting on these questions, you'll begin to see that fulfillment isn't about how many friends you have. It's about how meaningful your moments feel. Whether that's enjoying a peaceful morning routine, spending time with close family, or simply embracing the comfort of your own company, the most rewarding experiences often happen when you allow yourself the freedom to focus on what truly matters. Now that you've heard these insights, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What resonated with you the most? Have you experienced the joy that comes from letting go of social pressure and embracing a simpler, more peaceful life? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights and experiences can inspire and support others on the same journey. And if this video spoke to you, please consider giving it a like, subscribing, and sharing it with someone who might benefit from hearing this message. Your support allows us to continue creating content designed to help you live a healthier, happier, and more fulfilling life. Remember, life after 70 isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters most. By letting go of what no longer serves you, you open the door to something far greater. A life filled with peace, purpose, and true fulfillment. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.